Hello, hello. What I really wanted to share in this video is I wanted to introduce to you a family of 7 who have been walking out this vision that God gave them to pursue a whole nother level of like living healthy with Jesus, and they're taking the steps that they need to take to be able to launch a cafe, and it's called The Local Company here in Southern California. It's been a couple years in the making, just trusting the Lord and his timing and his goodness. And I'm going to go find April. She is the mama of the family. She's got 5 kids and her husband, Tom, and they are just team working it as they continue to take the steps. Today, she was working on some things outside. While I was upstairs in the resale shop, she was working outside with my dad, who is the owner of Gums, but she is in the front area over here in Gums Mall, while I'm in the back area over here upstairs. So I want to share with you this beautiful family, and April specifically, and ask her, how does she live by faith in this season? What does it look like practically for her? Because in every step, she's been trusting God for his leading in how to launch this vision that she's had on her heart. Let's go find her. Those are all her, those are my kids and her kids. This is her husband, Tom. Hi, Tom.
Hey.
He said that she might be around here in the side where I caught her working on stuff. So we're gonna go see if she's over here. There she is. Dun dun. Yeah. Hi, April.
Going, this is this.
I was speaking to it. I was just speaking to my store.
Yeah,
look,
good.
I'll show you. You can see it right here. These are my beautiful new windows. Can you see them? And my beautiful patio right here. Reinforced steel posts so nobody can run into our
Just in
patio.
case they run in.
Is that what happens?
Yeah.
Oh, got it. Before it even happened.
We're gonna walk out onto the patio. We're gonna sit out here and
Oh my gosh, it's gonna look so good.
it looks so pretty. Just getting that one bush down over there.
Mhm.
What a difference.
Yeah, making progress. So I found April and I found the shade. We found the shade. So you tell me, like, real life, what is it that really keeps you grounded? Why is it that even with all of the people, like all the words on the outside, how do you stay focused and on that same path towards your
With just
vision?
all like the natural challenges.
Yeah.
Well, definitely, it's a process of learning to live countercultural, I think, for us, because it feels like the world is always telling you what you can or can't do. Like, you
Right.
fit in this box, or you, this is what you're allowed to do. This is what you can do. Well, no, you can't have that many kids, or no, you can't live in that small space, or no, you
Right.
can't start a business if you don't have, you know, different, like, financial backing or school or whatever.
Right.
So I think for me, it's like constantly like coming back to the Lord and my time with him and the word, and just like I have to go back constantly and see, like, what does it say? Like, what does he say about me?
Yeah.
What does he say is possible? And then just reminding myself that all through scripture, everybody lived the impossible.
Right.
Like, God didn't ask one, like, everybody that's in there lived an impossible journey.
Right.
There was miracles that constantly happened, and then we just think that our life somehow doesn't have to be miraculous. And I think that it does.
Yeah.
It's a constant process for the Lord to teach us to stop living by what the world says is acceptable or the standard. And so for us, it's like, well, do we really need that?
Yeah.
Do we need an income that looks like that to fulfill our purpose? Maybe we don't. And it's like constantly, it feels like everything's being turned on its head. I feel like we're breaking all the rules. Like, we're homeschooling and starting a business and living in a small space in the city with our kids who would love to be with farm animals.
Right.
And we're milling our own wheat and making
Right.
fresh bread, and yet we're in the city. And I feel like God knows, like, I kind of like contradictions. I like contrast.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I feel like this is like, he's like walking us through the desert.
Yeah.
And he's like, will you trust me to feed you? Will you trust me to give you water? You
Right,
know?
right. I'm sure you've seen like the fruit of when you trust him.
It's becoming easier in the sense that it's not that the journey is changing and getting easier. As I actually begin to trust him, it's easier. Like, his yoke is actually easy because I don't have to worry about the outcome.
Right,
I just
right.
have to worry about, not worry, but like, I just have to trust him for the process.
Right.
So I'm more like, okay, God, what does today look like?
Right.
What does next month look like when school starts? What do you want me to teach my kids?
Yeah.
What do you want,
Why are you giving me a thumbs up? We're filming.
You know, it's all though, but that's where I think
Yeah.
it's like, to me, it's like daily victory. Because I feel like I've had this vision for years to do this. 5 years. I'm renewing my DBA right now. I put it in 5 years ago. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's been 5 years since I chose my business name, and I haven't even opened my doors. But I'm like, no. Like, if I keep focused on the daily, like the simple, like how do I walk in joy today? How do I walk in rest today? How do I be peaceful today?
Yeah.
That if I'm doing that daily, trusting Him, then I still have the big picture in front of me. I'm still going, I'm going to open these, and God, I'm still speaking to my vision, but it's like finding victory in the daily and trusting that is getting me. And then when it becomes too much, how am I going to pay for that? How is that going to happen? Well, how am I going to do that? Well, who's going to do that? And just being like, Lord, you called me to this, and you didn't call me because I'm the smartest person. You called me because I'll obey you.
Yeah, that's so good.
Okay.
It sounds like just like a realignment over and over and
constantly.
over and over.
And just shifting back, right to Jesus, and going, okay, God, what does today look like? And then, all right, I have that bill. And sometimes the Lord will say, do you have enough food for today? And I'm like, I do. Like, I think that's why He said our daily bread. Because it's like daily, Lord, I just honestly just want to enjoy today. And not just be like, I'll enjoy today when we open this business, or when my kids do this, or when we, like,
you don't have to wait until then. You
no, I've lived in that place so long.
Like,
I'll be happy when I have money in my bank. I'll be happy when I have a new car. I'll be happy when we have a house. And I'm like, no, I can't wait 5 years for that, or 1 year, or next week. Like, I'm gonna be happy in my small apartment with my used car, with my awesome children, and we're gonna have fun today and go play on the sprinkler, or go get ice cream, or just be today, and then just be like, okay, Jesus, I'm trusting you because that vision is too big for me, and I don't have all the answers, and I'm not gonna pretend to. I'm just gonna say, okay, what is it today?
And then when you commit your plans to Him, it's gonna succeed.
And then He gives
on His
wisdom.
timing.
He brings me people.
So
He is bringing me supernaturally people. Like, He just introduced me to a project manager who's just gonna help me for free. And literally, like, laying out my project. I know.
I didn't know that.
I know. So it's like He's just taking me by the hand, and then part of like encouraged me that it's about the journey and about what He's doing in my heart. And so even though I want to see all these things, these miracles and this beautiful space and all that on the outside, like, if I just allow Him to like take care of my heart, then
because He cares more about that than anything.
And I'm just learning, like, so I think living by faith to me is like the balance between like diligence. Oh, that's funny.
I know.
To me, like, I'm learning like diligence and rest.
Diligence
and the tension
rest.
between the two.
That's where tension that you can have and. You can have both.
Because He wants us to be diligent. But He wants us to be at rest.
He wants us to rest in Him, and then outpours the diligence.
Well, and
I
if
feel
faith is believing in something you don't see, there requires like a patience to get to it. So it's like you are waiting for something. That's what faith is. You're waiting for something. So while I'm waiting, I'm being diligent, but I'm at rest.
Isn't that crazy, huh? The tension of all the things. So that's beautiful. Wasn't that amazing? I know I was minister. Thank you, April.
That is my daily bread today. What Jesus told me today, April.
That's so good. Because we didn't pre this. You know, it was literally like, okay, I'm just gonna come to you and ask a question. And so we're gonna circle back around, and we're gonna see the local come to life, and we're gonna be like, oh my gosh, Lord, it was all you and April partnered. It's a partnership.
But He makes our side of it easy. When we just are like, I trust. That's really what He wants from us. He's just like, let me take care of you. Will you trust me?
And we get the joy of receiving and following.
And when the vision is big, you're just like, I'm not gonna look at that. We're just look at Jesus. Look at Jesus. Focus.
Exactly.
Focus shift.
We'll talk about that later too. So that was April. She's amazing, amazing warrior of God, and just like a trust-filled lover of Jesus, just like me. I'm in the same boat, but I love.
That's what we're learning. Right?
It literally is like stepping.
And isn't
after
it like
one
that
after
with most
the
of
other,
our
one
life
after the
though?
other.
Like whether it's like your marriage, it's not like you arrive at this place of happiness.
True.
It's this daily like. How do I love? Daily.
It's a daily choice, and that's where we're at here at the Now Pursuit, is like daily pursuit of Christ in everything. So I'm going to close this off right now, because before it gets too long, we're trying to keep these short tidbits, but if the Holy Spirit flows past 10 minutes, that's totally fine too.
Keeping it fresh.
Keep it
real.
Right? And so we will see you at our next video. Definitely continue watching, because more to come. All right, have a blessed day, guys. Bye.